the future!
I'm from the past, so what?
I'm sorry. You have to go back to your own time.
One of the time machines is broken, and the other one was stolen, which, kind of explains the dino.
In 2007, 12-year-old inventor Louis lives in an orphanage and dreams of being adopted. But his wild inventions, like a peanut butter slinging machine, keep scaring away potential parents. He loses hope and decides to find his birth mother using a memory scanning invention he builds himself. Unfortunately, his constant inventing keeps his roommate Mike Goob Yagoobian awake, causing Goob to fall asleep during a crucial baseball game. At the school science fair, Louis meets Wilbur Robinson, a mysterious boy from the future who's hunting a villain called the Bowler Hat Guy-a-Man with a creepy robotic bowler hat named Doris. Doris sabotages Louis's invention. Louis tries to show off his memory scanner, but thanks to sabotage from the sinister bowler hat guy and his sneaky robotic hat, Doris, the machine falls apart, sending the fair into chaos. Back at the orphanage, Wilbur tracks down Louis and begs him to fix the scanner. Louis, skeptical of the "I'm from the future" story, demands proof. So Wilbur casually whisks him away in a second time machine and zooms 30 years into the future to the year 2037. But when Louis sees all this futuristic marvel, he suddenly feels like his memory scanner is small potatoes. Wilbur insists it's actually the key to everything. Louis, thinking big, suggests they just go back and stop his mom from ever giving him up. That idea causes a blowout argument and crash. They wreck the time machine. Now stranded in the future, Wilbur reveals the bad news. Only 2 time machines exist, and the bowler hat guy has the other one. Louis agrees to fix the one they crashed, but only if Wilbur promises to take him to see his mom afterward. Wilbur reluctantly agrees to Louis's deal and hides him in the family garage. While trying to stay hidden, Louis does what Louis does best: accidentally launches himself into chaos. He gets sucked up a futuristic transport tube and lands smack in the middle of the wildest family reunion ever. He meets Wilbur's grandpa Bud, who gives Louis a grand tour of the house and introduces him to the rest of the delightfully bonkers Robinson family. But Cornelius, the brains behind the family's futuristic inventions and creator of the time machines, is away on a business trip. His motto? Keep moving forward. Louis tries to fix the broken time machine using Cornelius's blueprints, but no luck. He's stuck. Meanwhile, Bowler Hat Guy and Doris track Louis to the future after visiting the orphanage. On the way, they run into Goob, who's still sulking about his baseball team losing. Bowler Hat Guy tells Goob, "Blame Louis, be angry. Let the hate flow through you." Back in the future, Bowler Hat Guy shows up at the Robinsons' house with a T-Rex. But the Robinsons? They've got gadgets, teamwork, and sheer weirdness on their side, and they manage to stop the dino in its tracks. After the dino dust settles, the Robinsons, smitten by Louis's charm and probably chaos, offer to adopt him until they find out he's from the past. Cue the dramatic backpedal. To make things worse, Wilbur finally confesses he lied and never planned to take Louis to see his mom. Hurt and betrayed, Louis runs away. Just when Louis thinks things can't get worse, Bowler Hat Guy shows up with an offer. "Fix the memory scanner and I'll take you to your mom." Desperate, Louis agrees. And once the scanner is up and running again, Bowler Hat Guy drops a mind-blowing truth bomb. Louis is actually Wilbur's dad, and Bowler Hat Guy? He's Goob Louis's cranky old roommate, all grown up and still holding a massive grudge. Goob explains that years ago, he missed an important catch during a Little League game because he was sleep-deprived. He was never adopted, stayed behind after the orphanage closed, and basically let bitterness take the wheel. Originally, Goob just wanted petty revenge by trashing Robinson Industries. But then he met Doris, a creepy, mind-controlling robotic hat that was once Cornelius's failed invention. Together, they hatched a bigger, more sinister plan: steal the time machine, go back in time and present Louis's memory scanner as their own invention to destroy his future legacy. Louis warns them that messing with time could break the future. Goob, now full villain mode, couldn't care less. Just when all seems lost, Wilbur and his trusty robot Carl swoop in and rescue Louis and the memory scanner like total time-traveling heroes. But their victory is short-lived. Doris ambushes them, destroys Carl, steals the scanner back, and vanishes with Goob in their time machine. Suddenly, the bright, bubbly future starts going full gloom and doom. The skies go dark, the Robinson house crumbles, and Wilbur just disappears. Erased from existence as history rewrites itself under Doris's evil rule. But Louis isn't giving up. He repairs the last remaining time machine and zips back to the exact moment Goob is about to sign the deal at Inventco. In dramatic fashion, Louis crashes the scene and confronts Goob and Doris, boldly declaring that he'll never invent her. With that promise, Doris vanishes from existence, taking her dystopia with her. The future instantly begins to heal. Sunshine returns, Wilbur reappears, and the robot apocalypse gets the ultimate undo button. Back in the restored future, Louis has one request: give Goob a second chance. Wilbur, not exactly thrilled, reluctantly asks Goob to join the Robinson family. But Goob, ashamed of all the chaos he caused, runs off and disappears into the shadows. Maybe next time, Goob. Then comes the moment Louis has been waiting for. He finally meets the Cornelius Robinson, his brilliant future self. Cornelius shows him how the memory scanner kick-started everything and encourages Louis to return to his own time and finish what he started. But before heading home, Wilbur surprises Louis by taking him to one last moment. The night his mom left him at the orphanage. Louis approaches her, but doesn't go through with it. He's seen his future, and he's at peace with how things turned out. Wilbur brings Louis back to the present, where they say their goodbyes. Louis rushes back to the science fair, but makes one important pit stop. He wakes Goob up just in time for him to make the winning catch at his baseball game, changing Goob's future for the better. Back at the fair, Louis asks for another chance to show his memory scanner. This time, it works flawlessly. One of the judges, scientist Lucille Krunkelhorn, and her zany husband Bud are so impressed, they adopt him on the spot. Bud even gives him a new nickname, Cornelius. Inspired by his future family's motto, keep moving forward, Louis starts his new life with Bud and Lucille, moves into the house he saw in the future, and begins his inventing career. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe for more. And don't forget to click the recommended video to keep the fun going.